a woman is in love with you. They naturally worry. They worry if they're going to lose you. They worry if you're going to go somewhere. Here's what you have to do to manage that when a woman starts to fall in love and she gets a bit anxious. You have to give boundaries with warmth. There's some men, when they see the woman's getting a bit anxious and getting a bit jealous.
Have you ever been completely confused by a woman's behavior, thinking she's not interested when she actually likes you? You're about to discover the hidden psychology behind female attraction that most men completely miss. What I'm about to share could change how you read women forever. Most guys make this massive mistake. They assume attraction looks obvious. They think if a woman likes them, she'll make it clear through direct words or obvious actions. But here's what they don't understand about female psychology. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, she often does the exact opposite. She hides it. She becomes strategic. She creates distance while secretly hoping you'll figure it out. Why would she do something so confusing? Simple. Women are wired differently when it comes to vulnerability. Showing interest too directly feels risky. It exposes them to rejection, makes them feel like they're losing control, or worse, appearing desperate. So instead of being obvious, they communicate through a hidden language of subtle signals, behavioral shifts, and psychological games that fly right over most men's heads. The problem is, when you can't decode these signals, you miss golden opportunities. You either assume she's just being friendly and stay in the friend zone, or you think she's genuinely uninterested and walk away entirely. Meanwhile, she's sitting there dropping clues, wondering why you're not picking up on what she considers obvious signs. Today, we're diving deep into 7 psychological behaviors that reveal when a woman likes you, but is actively trying to hide it. These aren't the generic tips you've heard before. We're talking about the subtle mental strategies women use to protect themselves while still signaling their interest. By the end of this video, you'll have a completely different understanding of how female attraction actually works.
We're going to talk about wisdom, how to understand it, and what helps all of us to develop this wisdom. Now, what is the common idea about wisdom in the world?
Let's start with the first hidden sign that catches most men off guard. Sign number 1 is nervous energy disguised as coolness. Here's something fascinating about female psychology. When a woman likes you, her emotional state becomes heightened around you. Her nervous system literally reacts to your presence, but she desperately tries to hide this reaction because it makes her feel exposed. Watch for these subtle nervous tells. She might fidget with her phone more than usual, play with her hair, or keep adjusting her clothes. These aren't random habits. They're unconscious releases of nervous energy that happen when she's hyper-aware of how she appears to you. But here's the tricky part. While her body is betraying her nervousness, her words and attitude will try to compensate by acting extra casual or even slightly cold. Pay attention to her voice patterns. When attraction is involved, a woman's voice often shifts without her realizing it. Sometimes it becomes softer, sometimes higher pitched. These vocal changes are emotional leakage that she can't fully control. You'll notice she speaks differently to you compared to how she talks with other guys. Body language is another dead giveaway. In group settings, watch what happens when you enter a room. Does she suddenly sit up straighter, adjust her outfit, change her posture completely? That's not coincidence. That's her becoming acutely aware of your presence and wanting to look her best, even while pretending she doesn't care. The biggest mistake men make here is calling out her nervousness directly. Saying something like, "Why are you so nervous?" will instantly shut her down because you've exposed what she was trying to hide. Instead, stay calm and confident. Let her have her nervous energy without making it a big deal. Her nervousness around you is actually a compliment. Women don't get nervous around men they have zero interest in. Sign number 2 reveals itself through her eyes, and this is something she absolutely cannot fake or fully control. While a woman can manage her words, her tone, even her overall demeanor, her eyes will always give away her true feelings. This is where the real truth lives. First, notice the quality of eye contact. When a woman likes you but is hiding it, eye contact becomes charged with meaning. Sometimes it's longer than normal, like she's trying to connect with you on a deeper level. Other times it's shorter because holding your gaze makes her feel too vulnerable. Either way, there's an intensity that wasn't there before. Watch for the stolen glances. This is when she looks at you during moments she doesn't have to. In group conversations, pay attention to where her eyes naturally drift when she's not actively speaking.
Always remember one thing. On the road to success, there is always we, not me. Do not think that you alone can achieve things. No. There is always another person who is standing behind you.
If they consistently find their way back to you, that's attraction in action. She's checking on you, studying you, even when she's pretending not to care. The lingering look is particularly telling. This happens when she holds your gaze just a fraction longer than social norms would dictate. Sometimes you might even catch her looking at your mouth while you're speaking. That's her subconscious mind revealing physical attraction that her conscious mind is trying to suppress. Here's another crucial tell. Watch her reaction when you unexpectedly catch her staring. If she immediately looks away, acts busy, or suddenly becomes fascinated by her phone, that's not random behavior. That's the reaction of someone who got caught doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. A woman with no romantic interest wouldn't care if you noticed her looking. Also observe her pupils and overall eye expression. Physiological responses like slight pupil dilation or eyes that seem to light up when you speak are involuntary reactions to attraction. If she's smiling with her eyes, even while her words stay neutral, trust what you see over what you hear. The third sign appears in her body language, and this is where her unconscious mind completely betrays her attempts at hiding attraction. Even when she's trying to appear casual and unaffected, her body will position itself in ways that reveal her true interest level. Notice how she positions herself in relation to you. People naturally orient their bodies toward what they're drawn to. If she consistently angles herself in your direction during conversations, even in group settings, that's not accidental. Conversely, if she angles away or closes herself off, it typically signals genuine disinterest. Personal space becomes another revealing factor. Women are generally protective of their personal boundaries, especially with men they don't feel attracted to. But when genuine interest exists,
the reality of truth is the most dangerous man in the room is never, ever, ever the loudest man in the room.
She'll reduce that invisible barrier. She might stand closer than necessary, brush past you lightly, or lean in when you speak, even though maintaining distance would be perfectly normal. Watch her hands and arms. Many women unconsciously engage in self-soothing behaviors when around someone they like. Playing with hair, touching their neck, or adjusting clothing are often signs of nervous energy caused by attraction. It's her body's way of releasing tension while trying to look her best for you. Mirroring is another powerful subconscious indicator. When she mirrors your body language, crossing her legs when you do, picking up her drink when you do, or leaning back when you lean back, she's unconsciously building rapport. Her body is saying she's in sync with you, even if her words remain neutral. Pay attention to posture changes. Around men she's not attracted to, a woman's posture stays relaxed and neutral. But when attraction is present, her posture often becomes more attentive. She might straighten up, pull her shoulders back, or subtly arch her back to appear more feminine.